Hello baby gangsters, this is Calvin, also known as Norma, and this is my first ever playthrough of Dual Destinies, July 21st, 9:21 AM, District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. Good morning, Mr. Wright. Athena, it's good to see your smile. Let's go do this. Good morning, chipper as ever this morning, I see. Yeah, no, we need it. We always need it. I'm just thankful we actually get to have a trial for ORLA. Wait, are they gonna put Pearl on the stand? If Blackwell's 1% mean to her at all, if she's on the stand, we're jumping over our area. What'd you call it? The desk. And we're gonna kill. I'm just thankful we actually get to have a trial for ORLA. As a matter of fact, I just ran a few laps around the courthouse to get extra pumped. This is the thing, like, I feel like Athena and Apollo match each other's energy sometimes, you know? And I just splashed my face with some water to get some sleep out of my eyes. I also queued the Swashbuckler video so we can watch it anytime. Thank you so much, Athena. Oh yeah, I should go over the, I don't always do it, but I want to start doing it more and more. I did it last time, I think. But I want to make sure I'm doing it all the time, and that's like looking over the evidence before we go into court. So let's do that really quickly now. So we have the advertisement showing Orca dressed up like a pirate. It was dropped by a penguin. So it's the new rival featuring the dashing red stash with the fluttering red scarf. We have obviously this thing where we believe that he was somehow attacked with some coins. We have the location of the actual tank itself, but also the staff corridor and the food prep room, which is where the food was dropped and the calendar was switched. We have a whistle that only orcas can hear. Security footage. This is the footage that shows DePlume. A large quantity of fish for feeding rifle penguin, not surprisingly, has a horribly fishy smell. We have a walkie-talkie that can actually intercom across the whole building to anyone. I can also speak to a lot of people privately, I guess, through the walkie-talkie function. The switch calendars, you're supposed to meet the captain at 7 AM at the Orca Pool. We have this coin. And we have the TV recording. Okay. Perfect. By the way, you have some serious dark circles. Did you stay up late watching this? What? Me? No, I just woke up early, that's all. Guess I need to cover them up while I get ragged on enough as it is by Prosecutor Blackwell. Oh yeah, she understands Blackwell. She understands Blackwell very well. Speaking of being pumped, I'm pretty fired up for this trial too. It's been a while. That explains your hair is spikier than usual. I mean, look at it. It's all super pokey and prickly and stuff. It's amazing. That was a compliment, right? I mean, in this game, possibly. Oh, there's our girl. How you doing? Good luck, Mr. Nick. I'll be cheering you on from the gallery. It's not right that she grew up. It's not right. It's not right. Thanks, Pearls. It's been so long. I'm actually a little nervous. This is her comeback. This is the comeback. Good morning, Mr. Lawyer. Oh, Mr. Rhymes. You came to watch the trial? Yeah, Sasha is back at the aquarium with the orca. So I thought it'd be better come here and watch. Well, don't you worry. We're going to win for ORLA. Sorry, I literally so I better come here to watch for her. Sorry, yeah. Isn't that right, boss? Right. One unprecedented trial coming right up. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Like, this is for Phoenix's first trial back in years. Like, in terms of like with his badge. Like, that's a lot. That has to be a lot for him. District Court, courtroom number 4.
Open the doors. Court is now in session.
Oh my god, look at him at the stand. Blackwell's there as well. Oh god. I actually think Blackwell's very good. I think he is very good at using, like, with doing things within the law. Like, he's one of those prosecutors that actually works within the law. You know? And just manipulates it a little bit. But still, he's, like, doing everything, like, legally. And he's not trying to, like... Yeah, he manipulates the judge, which is very wrong. But you know what I'm saying? He also is, like legally manipulating... like how the evidence is seen as well, which is pretty impressive, which is what sometimes like lawyers do. Court is now in session for the trial of ORLA Shipley. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Must be waste words on this. Prosecutor Simon Blackwell. I know as known as a twisted samurai, his prosecutor is also a convicted felon. They say he never conducts a trial without his lawyer hawk Taka by his side. Mr. Wright, it's been quite a while since I've seen you like that. The lawyer image suits you. You look younger somehow. I agree. I do agree. Thank you, Your Honor. And you look as young as ever yourself. Ah, well, I have to keep up with you folks after all. By the way, has the defendant arrived in court yet? Surely you jest, your baldness. Did you not receive the memo? The defendant, Orla Shipley, is an orca at the Ship-Shape Aquarium.
An orca?
So find her not guilty. You can't find an orca guilty. Judge, please. Do it for us.
Arrangements for this trial were made only yesterday, so I didn't have time to review. But an orca as a defendant, it's patently absurd.
Direct your comments to the defense. He's the absurd fellow who insisted on defending an orca in court in the first place. Absurd or not, I will carry out my duty to defend my client. That's it? Your duty to defend your crying ant? Don't you mean your crying orca, Mr. Wright? Okay, Judge, okay. If we are to proceed, we must treat the orca as we would owe any...
Let's go! I'm up for it.
Every soul, being a man or a beast, is of equal value.
You know what? Let's go!
The question is whether that soul is painted in black or white, or both, as in your soul. Take Taka, for example. He is as human in spirit as you or I.
Screech!
The real question is, am I in for more pain as always?
Orca or not, I suppose the defendant is still a defendant. And I vow to render my verdict fairly and impartially. Now then, Prosecutor Blackwell, your opening statement, if you would.
Here we go. He's going to make him do it. I suppose I can hardly leave it to someone who knew nothing. Oh, he's actually going to do it. Very well, listen carefully. The orca murdered the owner of the Ship-Shape Aquarium in the aquarium orca pool. The orca apparently toyed with the victim mercilessly as he died. I wonder if what was seen by the witness was the dummy. And that's what the holes are. But we weren't able to add the dummy as a freaking... here, I wonder if she saw the dummy. Maybe. But here's the thing. We weren't able to add the dummy to the actual prosthetic dummy to a to the court record.
What a chilling thought. And where exactly is the defendant now?
Inside this, no way.
A cell phone, Prosecutor Blackwell?
Time marches on, your baldness, with or without us. I borrowed this TV phone from the aquarium, which allows us to interact with the orca.
A TV phone, very well. The court accepts it into evidence.
Phone added to the court record. We'll be able to view the defendant in question on the large monitor. Fulbright, prepare for transmission.
Ah, you got it, Prosecutor Blackwell.
This is going to be insane. Who's the first? Oh no, my God. Oh, she's so pretty. We proceed with the defendant on telecast. How could you find Judge? Look at it. Look, Judge. Look. How could you find it? You know what? Not guilty, I say. We turn to the jury. Listen, guys. Look. Really? We doing this? All of us right here, right now? We're doing this? Come on. Look at ORLA. Say, do a little clap, Bruce. Look at that. And then not guilty.
So that is the orca that stands accused, is it?
Come on. Look at it. And it's right in the camera. Oh, she's waving her flippers. Maybe she's cheering us on. Orla, wish Phoenix and Hina luck.
Oh, look at that. Well, it's quite cute, isn't it? And this adorable creature is suspected of killing a man.
That's what I'm saying, Judge. Just make the right decision. Okay? Orla's really pouring on the charm, huh?
She's far from cute. She's a violent, reckless animal. That's right. The name's Bobby Fulbright, and I'll take over the explanation from here. Now, if I could direct your attention to this diagram of the crime scene. Following the report of an orca attack, we, the police, raced on over to the ship-shaped aquarium. There, we found a guest who says that she saw the orca and the victim from the visitor's corridor. As the witness was watching, the orca suddenly went crazy and attacked the victim. The orca was the only one there, therefore no one else could have committed the crime. It's not quite finished, but I have a portion of autopsy report here. Instant death from brain contusion. There are signs of blunt force trauma all over the body. Wait, a brain contusion, okay. And then blunt force trauma all over the body, which would make sense if it was banged against the glass. I can't imagine the terror of being attacked underwater by such a large creature. Me having flashbacks to Subnautica.
What attack it did. Prepare yourself for the grisly details. Your boldness. The prosecution moves to introduce our witness. Fulbright, who's the first witness? It has to be Plume, right? Like the probably the most like important witness in terms of like what, yeah, like who saw it. You got to prosecute Blackwell. In justice we trust. One brave lady whose fine sense of justice compelled her to speak, coming right up. There she is. How dare you make me wait? Don't you know I'm a busy woman? I could have written an entire book for all the time I spent in that lobby.
Prosecutor Blackwell?
Well? I'm Norma DePlume, and I'm a non-fiction writer. Am I the only one who isn't telepathic here? Looks like she can read into people's words just as well as I can read into people's hearts. Not everything needs to be a competition, Athena, so I wonder if it is because she's actually like a good writer.
What? Norma DePlume? The great non-fiction writer Norma DePlume herself? I've read all of your works and enjoyed them immensely.
Okay, we probably have to get a different judge, I'd say. You know?
Your million seller, The Great Grief of the Great Thief is one of my favorites.
Oh, are you a fan, Your Honor? I could give you my autograph if you'd like.
Wait a second. I could swear you looked much different in the photos in your book.
Well, I used ones from 10 years ago in my book so that the paparazzi wouldn't harass me. Cool. Actually, smart. Well done. They just seem so shocked. The visual disconnection must be really doing a number on the honor's head. Could we get started, please? If I find you to be lacking as a judge, you will see your debut in my books. Oh yeah, write them up.
Such harsh comments. You really must be the real Norma DePlume.
Who knew Norma DePlume was so famous? Enough jabbering. Tell the court what you saw and keep it brief. I would thank you not to order me around. I am perfectly willing to tell everyone what I witnessed. It was the moment of the murder.
Very well then, please proceed with your testimony.
Great setting for a trial, by the way. One of the wackiest, but like it's so cool. The moment of the murder. I went to ship crew to see the killer whale. As I watched the killer whale from the visitor's corridor. Okay. I saw the killer whale bite the victim to death with his huge mouth and deathly teeth. We know this is wrong already, right? We got an autopsy report, and it was a contusion, which I believe, I could be wrong, but a contusion is not a bite or a deadly teeth death. It would be like blunt force stress. So the death, I would believe, if she said like, oh, he died by getting his head banged against the wall, yes, for sure. A contusion is like, it's like, am I wrong in saying it's like a bloody bruise or a bruised on the brain? I could be wrong, but yeah, we can totally talk about that. Attempt to remain calm and report the incident to police immediately. Oh yeah, no, there's definitely only one there that I definitely want to present on then.
That adorable defendant really did all that? No, I didn't. She didn't. It must be more vicious than it looks. Now deliver your judgment so I may carry out the sentence.
Objection! Yeah, oh my god, look at that. The defense would like to do some defending first, if that's all right.
Must you drag this out with your tomfoolery?
The defense is all right to cross-examine the witness, you know.
A fellow inmate told me just this morning. If you want something signed, all you need is the document and a witness.
Let me guess. They were convicted for contract fraud, right?
All we need in this case is the evidence and the witness to convict. It's as simple as that.
Looks like I guessed right. Sorry, but as Miss Sykes said, the defense has every right to cross-examine. Isn't that correct, Your Honor? It's true. Get it, Phoenix. Shake off those cobwebs.
Yes, of course, you may proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. I shall relish in the sight of you trashing around in vain.
See, this is I'm really interested to see how Phoenix will go up against Blackwell. Really interested. The moment of the murder. Let's go right to 3, actually. Actually, we should press this as well. We should definitely press this as well to see. The orca suddenly went crazy, did she? Yes. It took her to look at me and then all at once started going berserk. Did you do anything to make her angry? I did nothing more than simply glare at them from the visitors' corridor. She glared at Orla? And that's what caused her to go berserk?
Objection!
The reason the defendant went mad is not the issue here. Only what she did once she entered that state.
In any case, the killer whale began behaving wildly in front of my very eyes, and then I saw the killer whale bite the victim to death with his huge mouth and deadly teeth. Yeah, we know this is not right, because that's not the cause of death. Now, I don't know if it's gonna do a lot pressing this on her, because again, she probably thought that's what the way it died. Like, if you're gonna talk about how a whale kills someone, but again, you have to be accurate with this thing, you know? It would seem that you were mistaken, Mr. DePlume. I beg your pardon. And one of the things that's really good about the Ace Attorney series is we have to find every opening and every avenue to try and, find some way into the conversation, and try to stay in the conversation, I suppose, is probably a better way of putting it. I beg your pardon? The autopsy does indeed say death thought to be a result of an orca attack. But the actual cause of death is contusion from head trauma, not being bitten. What? But I'm sure the victim was bitten. I don't believe that can be true. Security footage doesn't show anything of the kind.
Objection!
Just as I suspected. I knew you would peek at the footage behind Fulbright's back.
Well, we need to understand everything about this trial, buddy. Well, what did you expect when he wouldn't play nice and share?
But unfortunately for you, the footage you saw was only one small...
It's starting. Huh?
Yesterday, after I decided to take this case to trial, I re-reviewed all of the evidence. Taka, the evidence I gave you for...
Oh, Taka has the evidence? Okay, there he is again.
Guess that hawk is higher up in the pecking order than Fulbright in Blackwell's book.
Very well. Let's view the footage.
Oh, no.
Ah, dear Christ.
All right, guys, I'm going to pack it in. Wait, no, we can't. The orc is biting the victim. Like, I wonder if the orc is more trying to help or something. I don't know, like, because that's why I can only estimate. No way. Because there's no, like, if we have to...
I have to say that this appears to be very damning evidence.
Security footage updated in the court record. No, I can't believe I already bit him.
And there is more. Look at this.
Oh my god, the tatters. A photograph was taken while the body was being examined.
There seems to be a strange bruise on the victim's right wrist.
There is.
Oh, the crime lab examined the bruise and calculates relevance to the case
at hand.
What's important right now is the evidence that points to the orca as the killer. Look at the left side of the body. See the orca's tooth marks in the victim's clothes?
Yes, they do appear to suggest that she did in fact bite the victim.
So we have new crime scene photos taken. Now there's 2 photos up in the court record.
I told you so. And then the killer whale swam up towards the surface with the victim in its mouth.
Objection!
Okay, we're objecting. However, in the autopsy report, the cause of death is contusion from head trauma.
Objection!
You are much too impetuous, Wright, Dono. Granted, the orca's biting the victim was not the cause of death. The witness was mistaken about that. I kind of agree with this. I know I shouldn't, but I do think I agree we have to look at every small little detail and question every small little detail. But I do agree that like there is a possibility that you could mistake that. Now that's the only bit of kindness I'm going to give because I know later on this DePlume is probably going to take us for a ride, and so is Blackwell.
Then what explanation is there for what the witness saw?
Did I not say in the beginning the orca toyed with the victim mercilessly? My goodness. After killing the victim, the defendant swam around with his dead body in her mouth. Just like any other predator toying with its prey. Blackwell's very good at the story side, the kind of like emotional side of the courtroom. He's very good at getting the public on his side and very good at getting the judge on his side with that stuff.
Mr. Wright, the hearts of the people in the gallery are suddenly filled with fear.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's really good at this.
So the defendant bit the victim after she had killed him? But if that's the case, then we must still figure out how the defendant killed the victim. Prosecutor Blackwell, do you have a sound theory to give the court?
I wouldn't be standing here if I couldn't prove whether the orca's heart was black or white.
But Orla is black and white.
Her body, I mean. True, Athena. Athena's right. Close the case. Athena, please try not to provoke Prosecutor Blackwell. No, Athena knows what she can do here. Athena's defeated him once before. So Athena, all the help you can give, even if it's silly. The witness also observed the actual moment of the murder. Think back, Word Mistress. Word Mistress is an incredible title. Think back to what you observed before the orca bit the victim.
I see what you're driving at. So what was the true moment of the murder? That was the true moment of the murder, was it?
Now, explain in a way that even these simpletons can understand. You're gonna get boxed in the face.
There you go, order me around. Stop that this instant. But whatever, I don't mind telling my story. I saw the killer whale before it toyed with the body as well. I saw it the moment it killed the victim by headbutting him.
So a headbutt to the victim is the kill? Or to kill the victim by headbutting him?
That's right. It rammed the victim over and over again.
Oh my god, Taka. Recall the autopsy report that stated that there were bruises all over his body. Recall as well how persistent the defendant can be when she's attacking her prey.
And we all just saw the killer whale headbutting the victim in the footage, don't forget.
That footage backs up Miss DePlume's testimony. But there's also something very important that does not show, is the body. Right? The body is not shown.
Now do you see what this menace, this killer whale is?
Objection!
I'm sorry, but I can't allow your testimony to stand unchallenged. Looking at this footage, the orca certainly seems to be headbutting something. But you'll note that something is not the victim.
Oh,
okay. I want to look away, but I can't. Even if it was the victim, you couldn't have seen him from where you were, could you?
What? Oh, well, I suppose not.
Mr. Plume, did you actually witness the victim getting headbutted by the defendant?
Let's see. I remember now. As I recall, a rock in the shape of a skull was obstructing my view.
So are you admitting that you couldn't see the victim?
Yes. Yes, I suppose I am. However, immediately after headbutting the victim came up floating up. He came up from behind the skull-shaped rock and his body was all limp. What else could I think except that the killer whale was headbutting the victim?
Objection!
But if you didn't actually see the moment of the attack itself, then it's pure conjecture. Yep, there we go. Very good, Phoenix.
Objection!
Oh god. Must I do everything around here? Yes, you must. You must. Marry me. How dare you speak so rudely to me?
There's no need for hysterics. Clear your mind and recall how you reached your conclusion. Though you couldn't see what the orca was attacking, you didn't need to, did you? Because you knew she was behaving exactly as she had only had 1 year prior.
Oh. 1 year ago? That's right. Yes, that's it. That's how I knew the killer whale was headbutting the victim. I'm sorry, but could someone explain exactly what happened a year ago?
If you must know, a very similar incident occurred last year in which...
Wait.
What? The orca murdered a trainer, you say?
This is... What? What? Is this really true? This is not looking good for us. Not at all. Wait, what? It's all in this book.
That book. The Killer Whale.
Wait, what? Wait, what? This is a law. That's Mr. DePlume's latest... Wait. I was just thinking of picking that up. The Killer Whale added to the... What? This is going to turn everything on its head. This is going to change absolutely everything. Like, what do we do here now? Like, that's a whole different, like... What? Last year, defendant killed her trainer in the middle of a show. The orca headbutted and bit the... Oh, no. The same thing she's accused of in this case. Wait, she has to be stretching the truth, right? This is a law. What do we... This is a law. This is a law. Because now it's like, they're just like, branding Orla as a murderer now. The music is fantastic here. No, this can't be. How? Guilty or see, that's how public opinions on how. No, now everyone's even more convinced that Orla did it. The music is so good here. We're doing so well, but now, yeah, this is dirt. Like, how? How do we not know this before? Now everyone in the room has a bad rep. How did we not know this before? Look at this. How did we not know this? I don't want to think she did it. But it's hard to keep on believing in somebody who can't even tell me your side. No, that's the whole point. Because she's defenseless, we have to try and defend her. Oh God, how could you believe that? Brings the thing, you gotta believe in Orla. There's no way she killed anybody. You gotta save her, please. I'm begging you. I believe Sasha Buckler and Orla the Orca. I'm sorry, but like I feel like there has to be some fictional aspects about these non-fiction books. Sasha, what am I doing doubting my client like this? This is the time to be strong. I believe in Orla. I'm ready to fight for our clients. I'll take everybody in this courtroom on if I have to. Don't you worry, Sasha. We won't give up on Orla. We'll defend her to the very end. Thank you, both of you. It's no problem. Honestly, I'm just telling you this right now. Like, because she can't give her side, that's a reason to defend her even more for me. Because this is all a law, but like, I don't think she's a killer. I don't think she's a killer. Look at her. We are as lawyers. Who else but us can save her? We can't give up on her. Exactly, we can't give up on her. We can't.
For an instant there, you were afraid of the orca, weren't you, Wright, Dono?
See, it's the thing. He's good at getting you emotionally, like, charged.
When you saw the photograph of the victim from a year ago, you turned paler than me.
Honestly, I thought, like, what a cool design character, and then I thought to myself, there's no way. There's no way. He saw right through me, but Phoenix did feel that way. That's exactly what happened.
It's so obvious you've neither guts nor determination to defend the orca.
It's true that Orla can't speak, and I don't know her thoughts. But there's a certain someone who believes in Orla with all her heart. I respect the trust she has in Orla, so I'm willing to believe in her too.
And what do you know about orcas? Nothing, that's what. Just allow me to fill you in. Do you have any idea why orcas are also called killer whales? Because they're cunning and merciless predators that hunt and kill even true whales. So killer whales really are killers? What terrifying creatures indeed. I can't bear to hear any more such rubbish. As trusting a killer, can you your baldness?
But see, the thing is, like, if I'm like, killer whales don't go around killing humans, right? Am I wrong? Maybe you guys might be able to give some indication. I don't think they just go around indiscriminately killing humans. No matter what you say, I will continue to believe. I don't give up that easily, you know.
Dullard, you don't know what to give up, do you? Very well, I should give you a chance to prove how just determined you are.
We haven't gotten through the first line of questioning here yet. So much has happened.
Witness, spare no quarter and lay the full truth on them.
Oh, haha, but of course, that is what I do after all.
Prosecutor Blackwell, what do we have the witness testify about? I shall ever testify about what she saw and what she heard.
What she heard?
Very well, Mr. Plume, please tell the court what you saw and what you heard.
The killer whale's behavior was exactly the same as a year ago.
I don't believe her. I just don't believe her.
As I approached the pool, the killer whale suddenly started singing. I was calm when I saw it start to headbutt. But when the pirate hat and the victim came up floating, I let out a scream.
She's keeping her words short. It's like it's a sign of a writer almost, or a good writer. Like she's explaining everything succinctly, like, and leaving no room for, like, I guess, how do I say it? Leaving no room for kind of like doubt, I suppose. Like not allowing people to like question it as much, I guess.
That's right, those weren't just simple cries, it was singing. As I approached the pool, the killer whale suddenly started singing.
I know what's wrong with today. I think I skipped the dialogue with the judge, so the orca displayed the same behavior during the incident a year ago.
I kept headbutting while it sang this swashbuckler spectacular song. That's right, it was singing the same song it sang in the aquarium stage show back then. It was singing while it was headbutting. Oh, it was perfectly horrible.
I don't see a single obvious inconsistency in her testimony. That's what I'm saying. It's very, very airtight. It's scary. I won't be able to take apart or test statements with evidence alone. Mr. Wright, now would be a good time for me to put my skills to work. Oh my god. She did mention calm. She mentioned calm. So I wonder if that's... Yeah, calm. I wonder if that's what we're going to have to look at. It's time to show what analytical psychology can really do. I'm excited for this. I love doing this. You seem pretty confident. Let me guess. You noticed a contradiction between the testimony and her emotions? You bet I did. And once we expose it, we might just be able to crack her. No, scratch that. Make it, we'll definitely be able to. Then let's give your knowledge of analytical psychology a try. You got it, boss. A complete analysis of DePlume's heart. Coming right up. We got it. We got it now. We got it now. We got to reduce that noise. It is fun doing this. The killer's whale behavior was exactly the same as a year ago, so there's no sudden changes here. As I approached the pool, the killer whale suddenly started singing. Ah. And here we go. I was calm when I saw it. We into headbutt. So this is like... Okay. But here's the thing. There's sadness here. Even though we don't see a body yet. So do we pinpoint this and go, hey, what you think? Mr. Plume, ORLA really frightened you with her headbutting, didn't she?
Don't be absurd, I certainly was not frightened by the likes of any killer whale.
It must have been something else that scared her then, boss.
However, I do remember being afraid for some reason while I was doing that.
It sounds like maybe you saw something we haven't discussed yet. Take your time and try to remember what it was. What did you see? This is practically turning into a counseling session. Again, Athena's so empathetic, so good at understanding people's emotions.
I saw something.
What? What did you see?
Oh, I remember now.
So we have at least a 50% noise reduction, which is good. Okay, good. Now if you could please tell what you saw.
I saw.
This could be worse for us. Bright red blood. The killer's whale's ramming caused the victim to bleed. There was a great cloud of blood.
What?
That's it. That's why I was so sure. That's when I knew the killer whale had killed a person for the second time. There was blood?
Well, that was a very compelling statement indeed.
That's blood? I thought it was like a machine breaking or something. It does appear something could be a cloud of blood. So her terror was a reaction to the blood, was it? That would certainly explain what happened yesterday. Please take a look at the blood-stained coin. Ah! Wait, so my estimation... Okay, this is my prediction of what this is. Someone hit him, he fell into the pool, the blood rose up, and the orca started crying, singing, and then lifted the body back up to the top of the surface and put it on the edge. That's my theory about this. She doesn't have to get so worked up. I was badly injured during the interview once. Ever since then, I've been terrified of blood. The very sight of it dreadfully upsets my delicate sensibilities. I'm like crazy with this stuff because like maybe I'm not crazy. I think it's maybe half and half, like 50-50. I never get squeamish at the sight of blood. The sight of blood does not make me squeamish at all. Needles and all that stuff and getting like blood taken, never ever. This is a bad turn. If Mr. Bloom saw blood, then what does that mean? Or did we attack the victim? No, we have to look for some other avenue. That's all we have to look for.
It would appear that orcas are even more vicious than I am. So, how does it feel to be thoroughly round by your own cross-examination, Wright Dono?
What do we do now, boss? That testimony was not all what I expected to hear. Wait a minute. There's still some discord left in Mr. DePlume's heart. What? You mean there's more? Yeah, there's 50%. Yes, but there's no telling what it is. It could be something even more damaging. That's the thing. We opened up ourselves for more pain. This can happen, but could also help. That's the thing. That's the thing. Is there anything else left out of the case? Well, whatever it is. I just realized I literally, like, again, I don't know what's happening with me today. I am recording later than usual. It is actually, like, later at night. So maybe maybe that's it. But is there anything more damaging left? Is there anything left out of our case to damage? I literally missed a line. What's happening, guys? I don't usually record it this time. Maybe that's it. Athena, you believe in ORLA, right? If so, there's no reason for us to shy away from the truth. Yeah, you're right. I know we can handle the truth, whatever it is. So let's delve a little deeper. I don't usually record late, by the way. I usually like to record like really early in the morning, which you guys know from whenever I like back out with the screen and you can see the screen. Today, had stuff to do. You got it, boss. Again, it could damage us, but I think we have to try just in case it helps us as well, you know? So the killer whale's behavior was exactly the same as a year ago. As I approached the pool, the killer whale suddenly started singing. Here's the info update, okay. I saw the alpha blood and it was terrified. Okay. So, we already pinpointed this. Oh, here's another info update. Okay, great. When the pirate hat and the victim came floating up, I let out a scream. Wait, what? Wait, so... Now... No, we have it. Do you see any emotion? Yeah, I think we have it. I think so anyway. Pay attention to not only which emotions we see, but how strong they are too. Yeah. Okay. An emotion might suddenly get stronger, for example, or you might see it grow weaker. Okay. Let me listen to her testimony again. The killer whale. Yeah, I think I understand what we can do. It's on the updated one here. So I think sadness, because it's not... Yeah, we'll try sadness again because it's the opposite of what she's saying, I guess. Her fear appears to be lessened at this statement. Mr. Plume, were you afraid when you saw the victim with blood coming out of him? Wait, okay, I'm getting this wrong. I think so. Maybe? No, because there's no fear. It's just sadness. Okay, yeah, no, okay, I was getting confused for a second. I thought that like there was like another emotion with fear on it, but I guess that would be surprise. So that I guess this I don't know. Well, that's a very good question. I was shaken after witnessing a murder, yes, but then the blood seemed to disappear.
Disappear? And why do you suppose that was?
Simple, it's because the pirate hat.
After the killer whale put that hat on, a cloud of blood disappeared.
Objection!
What? And how exactly does that work?
How should I know? I'm just telling you what I remember, Blue Boy.
Oh, here's Blue Boy again. Wait a minute. From whom was the blood that Mr. DePlume saw actually coming from? Wait. What if it wasn't... Hold on. If they're saying a profile, so it can't be the captain, so the only one else in there was ORLA. So did she, when ORLA hit her head, and it blocked the wound with the hat.
Take that!
Okay, so it wasn't the captain's blood. Consider this. Maybe the one who was bleeding wasn't the victim.
I beg your pardon? What kind of ridiculous nonsense is that?
There was no one else in the pool besides the victim. That's where you were wrong. You're wrong. There was someone else, and it's our girl. I wouldn't say there was no one else. It's an orca pool after all.
What? Then where is this alleged injury on the defendant?
I'm not sure, but if he's simply wearing the pirate hat made the blood disappear? The blood must have been coming from somewhere on the ORLA's head. This is such a strange, strange animation.
The orca's head? What are you prattling on about now?
Please think about it again, Mr. DePlume. Thinking back to what you really saw.
That is... The one who's bleeding was not the victim, but the killer whale.
Whale?
I remember now, there wasn't any blood coming from the victim after all.
Oh, I've pressed next. I was like, okay. I was like, oh, nice. What a little scene we have going on here. So this is interesting then. I guess it was after they, like we said, bye-bye. After we hit, after the orca hit the stone maybe, or the machine thing that I thought was a machine is just like a stone. We did it. Analytical psychology got us where we need, what we needed from her. Well done, Athena. Honestly, well done. That was huge help, Athena. It was also pretty dicey for a while, though. Yeah, it can work either way, you know? It happens with all times you cross-examine stuff. You can usually... Sometimes when you cross-examine someone in this game, you can get, like, the complete opposite result that you want out of this.
Well, this was a surprise. The blood the witness saw was the defendant's, not the victim's.
That is correct, and since there's no blood coming from the victim, there's only one thing we can conclude. That Miss DePlume witnessed... what Miss DePlume witnessed was not the moment of the murder, as she claims.
Objection!
I thought you were unarmed, but it turns out you were concealing a sword all along. Nevertheless, it's far too dull to cut to the bone. Meaning, I grant that what the witness saw was not the victim's blood, but it proves nothing. After all, being rammed doesn't always result in a wound that bleeds, does it? Death from internal hemorrhaging is also a possibility, but
We do know he did bleed. We do know he did bleed. He has a point there, but we do know the captain did bleed.
if you used to challenge me to a duel, you'll need a sharper blade than that, right, Ono? I demand evidence that proves the witness did not see the moment of the murder.
Jesus. Okay, yeah, we have it. We have it. There must be something to think, Phoenix. I'm correct, then the victim's death occurred before DePlume saw it or after DePlume saw it? Before. Because if it's after DePlume saw the blood. Before. We'll say before. Because I believe then we can say, like, well, she didn't actually witness the actual murder itself. She witnessed something, the blood, before the murder happened. If the victim was already dead when Orla started her headbutting, then that would mean he died sometime before Mr. Plume was watching her. The events Mr. Plume witnessed took place around 10:10 a.m. I must have something that can tell us about what happened before 10:10 a.m. There's different times. So there's 10:09 a.m. and 10:10 a.m. Is that just it? Is the security footage actually that it? 10, 10:09, 10:10. 10:09, 10:10.
But it's not a lot of time, though. I mean, we could try it.
Take that!
We can try it. It's not a lot of time, though. We've only seen the footage from 10:09 to 10:10 a.m., which means there's still footage going further back that we need to check. I think that's very, very smart, Phoenix. And it seems like very basic to think of, too, but I guess we didn't. Your Honor, I requested all the security footage be played for the court. All of the footage? Mr. Plume witnessed the cloud of blood at around 10:10 a.m. But I believe the victim was already dead by that time. So your assertion is that the murder took place before Mr. Plume arrived? Exactly. The security camera footage starts at 10 a.m. when the aquarium opened. And I believe there's a vital evidence in the 10 minutes before. I mean, we could see. Yeah, we could see. I think it's good to check. You are quite the gambling man, Wright, Dono. He always has been. I honestly wants to risk everything on those mere 10 minutes. I've bet on slimmer chances before, but when he puts it that way...
Hold it!
My boss is no coward, Prosecutor Blackwell. Suggest you get ready to eat humble pie. Uh-oh, I can't back down now. Well, if the defense is not confident in its importance. Prosecutor Blackwell, the security footage. See, this is the thing. To talk about a gambler, that's always been Phoenix. And we saw earlier, it's always a gamble when you, like, question this stuff. It's always a gamble. Roger, I have the rest of the security footage right here. Very well, please play it for the court. Please, please, do something for me. This thing, it could go completely wrong. This is what it looked like at 10:10 a.m. Witness can be seen here. All right, I'll just back up the footage to the beginning now. Okay, so he's grand. There's no body. There's no one here. Up here, Mr. Plume hasn't arrived yet. This is 10:06. Now let's see if I can find something from before this point in time. He's just swimming. She's just swimming. Taka. She's just swimming around the place. The pauses. Is that it? Yep, that's all the footage there is. Well, Mr. Wright, did you see what you were looking for? I did not see a thing on that footage. And I don't think it's gonna help us. How can it help us? We got nothing. Well, Mr. Wright, Dono, those were the 10 minutes you placed your bet on. Did you see anything of significance? Did I see anything important? Better think about this carefully. Okay, the video cut out there for a second, but is this one of those situations where we have to say something is important even though we don't see anything? Or is it a situation where we have to say nothing is important? And because that's happened in games before, we have to go, like, you have to back down a little bit. I'm kind of torn on this. I think we'll try both because I think I'm gonna get this wrong. We didn't see anything in the footage. But we but see, my point about the footage is that even though there's nothing there, we can see that he was like, that the whale was floating around there. There was no dead body in the water. So like how in that space of time did the body get into the water, then die in the water? Would it take it, like, it was minutes only. And you can't really, like, you couldn't survive underwater unless you had, like, a breathing apparatus. So we'll say something important for now and see where that goes. This is an important thing. Oh, no. Okay, I think we have to say nothing important. I think we have to say nothing important. And what is so vital about the point of us, alright? Yeah, okay. Different things are important, different people. Importance is a subjective thing. Yeah, it's just my decision to assign a penalty as subject. Okay, yeah, so it's nothing important. So it is one of those times maybe you back down, or maybe it is just like a kind of trick question. What should be in the footage isn't there. Okay, so it is, yeah, like it's the body then. Nothing important. We can see nothing of importance in that footage. There we go. Just as I thought. Ah, you're right about that. That section was completely meaningless. It doesn't show a thing. That's why I didn't submit it as evidence, which is kind of silly, because I think it shows that, like, there is no way that, like, he could have attacked the body in that time.
Objection!
Is my perspective. No, it's just the opposite. Huh? What do you mean by that? It's 10 minutes of footage. Something important that should be there isn't there.
Detective Fulbright, this footage should have been submitted as evidence.
What? Are you questioning the way I carry out my duty to justice?
Mr. Wright, explain yourself, please. What is important I think that you say should be in the footage, but isn't?
Okay, yeah, so we're saying it's the body then.
Yeah. The body should be there because it's not there at the time. Yeah, because, the body. So the photo of the body is probably what we have to click on. And there's no... Yeah, we can't switch to also... Yeah, we can never... They don't usually let us switch between profiles and evidence in those times. Important thing we should see in the footage is the victim himself, Jack Shipley. I don't know about you, but I didn't see him get in the pool in that footage.
Oh!
Yeah, that's right. If the victim is not shown entering the pool in this footage, it means that he must have been there by the skull rock during those 10 minutes. But no human being can hold their breath underwater for that long. Oh, wait a minute. Are you saying? When the security camera started off at 10 a.m., the victim was already dead. There we go, Phoenix. There we go.
Order in the court. If that's the case, then when was the victim murdered?
I think it was well before, and like we're gonna say with the coins, right? With the coins. I don't know, Your Honor, but we know it had to have been sometime before 10 a.m. Therefore, this footage can no longer be called decisive evidence against my client. Go on, Phoenix.
But there's no one else who could have killed the victim.
Oh, not necessarily. The defense believes that the true culprit may have been human. And we have evidence to back up our theory as well.
Do you now? I'll be very interested to see this evidence.
The defense's trump card. That thing we found during our investigation yesterday. I wouldn't go so as far as call it decisive, but now's the time to play it.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Please submit your evidence. What evidence shows that the crime may be committed by a human?
That is the coin, right? The coin, yeah. The bloody coin.
Take that!
Like, our whale isn't going to use a bloody coin.
What's this, a coin?
Yes, a fake coin used in the Aquarian's pirate show. We found it beside the pool. This coin is quite possibly the real murder weapon.
This tiny little coin is the murder weapon? Mr. Wright, is this another one of your bluffs?
As they say, the bolder the presentation, the less confident the solicitor. This is no bluff, and this isn't the only coin. There are 300 of these coins in all, weighing a total of about 7 pounds. This one just happens to have blood on it.
Did you have the blood analyzed to see whose it is?
Not yet, not yet. Not yet, yeah, not yet! But there were coins scattered all around the body, and the victim had a head wound. Taking these things into account, I believe it has to be the victim's blood. So to put it together, we have about 7 pounds of coins by the side of the pool. One of them with a blood stain on it. I think the answer is pretty clear here. Your Honor, the defense proposes that the victim was killed beside the pool. That is such a huge deal. It changes everything as usual.
The side of the pool? But if the murder took place there, it would be difficult to say the orca did it.
I realize you're trying to defend your client, but that theory is preposterous. How could 300 coins possibly be made to hit someone all at once?
It'd be pretty easy if they were in a bag or something of that nature.
And so, where is this bag of coins we're in?
Unfortunately, Your Honor, we recovered nothing of the sort from the scene. It's possible the culprit took him with them.
They took it?
The true culprit used the coins as a blunt instrument to commit murder. Then they threw the body into the pool before the security camera started up. And then they left, taking the bag of coins in with them. They got rid of the evidence that points to the human culprit to pin the blame on on ORLA. There we go. I love this. I love I love this idea that everything changes so quickly in these trials. That was brilliant, Mr. Wright. You found a way to introduce the possibility of you and perpetrator. Yes, somehow. Let's hope my luck holds out. I wonder why Prosecutor Blackwell hasn't said anything. That's even scarier. When they don't say anything, it's even scarier.
The possibility of a perpetrator other than the defender has now been suggested. But if we hold this possibility to be true, then what did Mr. Bloom witness?
That's right.
I saw the killer attack the victim. Just like I did a year ago,
So I don't think it happened either. I guess there still is that. Even with somebody else as the culprit, Orla's behavior still seems pretty bizarre. I wonder why she was doing the same thing she did a year ago. But is it really that bizarre? What do you mean? To explain the inexplicable, all we have to do is turn our thinking around. We do that so much. We do that so much in this game. Turn our thinking around, huh? Sounds good to me. Time to give the old turn thinking around method a try. Okay, guys, that's gonna do it for this video of Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. I'm having such a blast. I really think that we're actually, you know what? Well, actually, I'm very excited, but then I just got hit with something just there because I know Blackwood's going to come back and like get us really badly. But thank you so much to Tyfire 2, JB Bull, Jonathan Banana, the Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, Eskun, Yuld, Radish, Danusta, Shabata Bread, Malcolm Conde, Death Trap, and Links Marky. Thank you so much for all your support on the channel, and thank you so much to all my patrons, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.